Okay, so let's look at this triangle right here. Can anybody tell me, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag, can anyone tell me why the sine law would not work here? We don't have 2 degrees, but you don't always need 2 degrees, do you? Yeah, we don't have one loop at all, do we? If you start to think about it, there is always one loop of both of them known. Okay? You can't do that here. There's not one angle side loop. So this one is what we call a side angle side. And the way we do this is if you have an angle, I want you to draw a fork. And if you know 3 out of the 4 on the fork, you can find the 4th. Okay? So 2 loops for the sine law, fork for the cos law. Okay? That's the way to remember it. Cos law, you need a fork. And it's side angle side. Okay? SAS. The other time you can use it is SSS. That's side, side, side. If you know all 3 sides of the triangle, using the cosine law, you can find any angle. So you're not going to be able to do that with the sine law, because the sine law, you need one side angle pair. Okay, you need at least one. So now you're going to have to, on your study sheet, hopefully you're writing out a plan of attack. This is when I'm going to use SOHCAHTOA, little arrow. You know, is it a right angle triangle? Yes, no. If yes, do these. Pythagorean's theorem and SOHCAHTOA. If no, we're over on this side. Can you picture the chart? If no, I will use cosine law sine law or cosine law. When will I use the sine law? When I could do 2 loops, cosine law of the pitchfork, and then maybe be more specific. Oh, that's either side, 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 or side angle side. Okay? That is how I need you to organize your thoughts. If you can, you'll be really successful. If I see someone using Pythagorean's theorem on an oblique triangle, you guys know what I mean by oblique now, it's not right angle, I'm going to go, they don't know their stuff. Why are they using Pythagoras on an oblique triangle? It's not going to work. Right? And that's not a bad day. That's not a 1 + 1 = 3 day. That's mixed up my whole concept. Okay? That's not 2 spelling errors in an essay. That's like, holy man, you wrote on the wrong topic. Okay? That's not a bad day when you write on the wrong topic. That's not a human mistake, okay? So, let's actually turn to the next page. And at the top of the page is your cosine law, okay? So this is the cosine law. A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos. Now, that's not a nice pretty one like A over sine A equals B over sine B. I like that one. That was so nice. This looks worse than it is. It's not so bad. And the way I always deal with it is I actually go like this into my calculator. A equals, I do the square root of, and square root opens a bracket for you. B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. And it just gives me A instantly. Okay? So can you start to see, hey, there's a little bit of Pythagorean in that one. A squared equals B squared plus C squared. Kinda. But the difference is it's not C squared minus B squared, right? If I was going to find A squared in right angle triangle, it'd be C squared minus B squared, okay? And do you see how if there's a BC here, then there'll be a BC here, and then a cos A. A should always match this. Now, if B is the one you're looking for, do you see how C and A, well, it's got to be C and A, because I have to know them, and then C and A. Now, you're thinking it should be AC, yeah, Most likely I would put AC. And then cos B. Look how these match. So can you start to see these similarities? Now, do you have to memorize this formula? No, it's on your formula sheet, okay? Just the one, though. Okay, so let's get going on one of these. Okay, this is, we've already discovered. Now, do you see how I'm looking for side A? Because it's the little a. What's 6 centimeters? What side is that? Little b, right? This would be C. Okay, so now it's like filling in a formula. Now, I'm just going to write it down, right? A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. Okay, now A equals the square root. Now, it's going to be plus minus. Why? Because I should always do that. I'm trying to get you in the habit of thinking that way. But it's going to be positive. You guys cannot have a negative distance. Okay? So, let's just put in some stuff here. That is 6 squared plus 3 squared. Now, usually I should do this in brackets, but there's no such thing as a negative distance. So I shouldn't have any negatives here ever. Because if I do have negatives here and I square them, let's these brackets are going to be wrong. If you're squaring, you're not going to get it wrong if you don't put brackets in. But we should. Right? Minus 2 times 6 times 3 times cos 36. Okay? So let's, just for fun, let's all play together here. Everybody try to put this in calculator and see if you can get the right answer. Okay, see if you do it in one shot. Square root. Then it's just going to open at 6 squared plus 3 squared minus 2 times 6 times 3 times cos 36. Close the bracket. What are we getting? No one's selling this, though. No. This is just for you, right? Yeah, you got it. Okay, right on. Yeah. Oh, I do have to sign the other page? Oh. Okay. Hey, what are we getting? Say it. No. 4.0 should be, right? No? Yeah? Okay. Now, how about this one? You know what's hard about this one? There's no ABCs. Oh no, I can't do it because I don't have ABCs. What am I supposed to do with all this QR? I mean, I can't do that. I got an ABC formula. Well, let's just, like, PQR is 110, right? We know that the middle of, it's always the angle. QR is 3.1. QP, 1.7. And it says 5 the third side. So this is a pitchfork. I know that looks like a weird fork, but that's because it's an obtuse triangle, so they're going to go backwards that way. So which side am I looking for? I'm looking for Q. What's 3.1? P. This would be R. Now if I'm looking for Q, what would be my numbers, do you think? Okay, you want to do 3.1 squared plus 1.7 squared minus 2 times, and just put those in again. 3.1 times 1.7 times cos 110. And Q equals, okay, for some of you this is a second chance. Rarely in life do you get 2 chances. just square root it. Did you square root it? What do you get? 4.0. Okay, so what was the answer to the last one? 4.0. What's the answer to this one? Okay, so these are so easy that every single time you do them, you're going to get the answer 4.0. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay. Let's do one more of these. These are always fun. Okay, Bellevue is 30 kilometers north of Ayr. Okay, so where's Ayr? It'd be here. A-Y-R. Okay, so Bellevue is 30 kilometers north, right? Never eat soggy wiener. So we're up here. That's Bellevue. Okay, and that's 30 kilometers. And then Churchville is 18 kilometers northwest. Okay, never eat soggy wiener, so over at west. Northwest would be like up here. Okay, so, and that's Churchville. Okay, and that's 18. Okay, it says calculate the distance between Churchville and Bellevue. Okay, so this is my unknown. Now what sucks about this one is we don't have an angle at all, and we don't have a side. Wouldn't it be 45 degrees? Straight west is 90, so that's got to be 45. So we actually have this. Northwest is 45 degrees. What is that? No, because of the different lengths, right? Now, at this point, we don't know this is southwest because if this was 30 kilometers, we'd have an argument. But, okay, so does everyone see that this is just another pitchfork question, right? So, and with ABCs in it. So this is like an insult to your intelligence. So we're not going to go through this one. I just want to help you with the thing. Yep. 45 degrees, because if this is north and this is west, that's northwest. So that's 45, right? That's why I thought I'd do that one with you. Okay. Now, what if we need to find an angle? Now, if they give you side, 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 you can find out any angles using the cosine law because it does give you the pitchfork again. So if you're finding cos A, it is b squared plus c squared. Now make sure you put this in brackets. And this in brackets. People were getting errors if they didn't put the bottom in brackets. So when we're finding an angle, we need to use second cos, right? Always, always, always when you're finding an angle. So when you do cos inverse, it's going to open a bracket here. Make sure you start with the red bracket after. Like you still have to put it. So this is truly what you need to put in. If you miss those brackets, you will get them wrong. Yeah, I'm taping right now, so. Okay, can you come back in 5? Okay, so it's b squared plus c squared minus a squared over 2bc. Okay, now, just by looking at that one, what would cos b look like? Let's make it. What would that formula be? A squared plus c squared minus b squared all over 2ac. Cos c would equal a squared plus b squared minus c squared. Do you see how these two are always the same? All over 2ab. And I notice that these two right here, see these two will be there, but okay? So we're just going to do one example, and the rest of the time is yours to work on work. Okay, so today we're trying to make it one of those perfect days. You got 100 on your quiz, you're going to get your homework done in class, you're going to get back to your unit exam with 100% on it. Okay, the largest angle. Determine the largest angle. This one's not even nice to you. They don't even say find angle B or A or C. They're like, find the longest one. You're like, ah. Okay, so we have A is 14.7. Now we kind of want to draw it to scale. So let's call this 14.7 because that should be the longest, right? Call that A. Now, B and C have to meet, or else this isn't going to be a triangle. And B or C is longer, okay? So not as quite as long as A, but so if I draw it like, say, that, call that C. Maybe that's not even good. Okay, this more be my C, right? In mine. Because C is supposed to be longer than B and A is supposed to be longer than C. So that's all you kind of have to do. Like as long as A is longer than C, so out of all the angles now, can you name them? This would be C, this one would be B, and this one would be A. Can you, by looking at it, know which one would be the largest angle? It would be A, because you see the longer A is, going to make that thing even open up more. So they're looking for this, okay? I guess I should have put those on there. 14.7, B was 8.9, and C was 12.6. So it does really help you if you make your diagrams so they kind of look like what they're asking. Okay, so here we're finding cos A. So we're going to do this one together because I need you to like get into your calculator, right? So it is bracket 8.9 squared plus 12.6 squared. Oh, I guess we're not going to do brackets right now just to simplify things. Minus 14.7 squared. That's all over. Okay. Sorry. There should be another bracket there and a red bracket here because those two match each other. That's all over, or the division sign. So now you need to open a bracket. 8.9 times 12.6. Then close the red bracket. There's a 2 missing, sorry. Two times 8.9 times 12.6 bracket, and then closing the main bracket to say all of cos A is going to be in there. So make sure you're using second, first, then cos A because you want to have cos inverse, and then you get all that in there. Okay, hopefully you get the answer 4.0. What's wrong? Huh? I'm joking. So someone falls for that though. It's good. How many degrees? 84 degrees. Angle A equals 84 degrees. Okay. So we're doing 1 to 11. If you're not getting that, I can help you individually. Omit 9. So you have like 45 minutes to do a 30-minute job. Okay, so let's get everybody with their homework. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend. Homework done, ready for a cosine quiz on Monday. We'll get your last 10 minutes. We'll get the exam back to you. Okay, so please don't waste time. Keep it nice and quiet. Give me a second.